Exactly 2 years ago from today, something extremely miraculous happened to me that changed the course of my life forever. I was in labor for 36 hours. I wasn't taking epidural because it looked like the baby was gonna come. I remember being in severe pain. This pain was equivalent to what I would expect, making reparation for all the sins that I have committed in my life. I remember the last 4 hours in front of the nurses, I'm praying out loud, Lord, help me. Please take this pain away. Help me get through this. Mother Mary, please help me. I need strength. This is too painful for me. And just like that, the last 4 hours, I was painless, pain-free. What I could explain that felt like was just being in the loving embrace of God. I felt like I was experiencing what it would feel like to be in heaven on earth. I always look back at that because it's just so miraculous to me. I didn't think something like that could be even possible. On the monitor, it showed that my contractions were like really high and it was non-stop, it was never ending, and it was just like, from what it looked like in the monitor, it looked like I was in pain, but I wasn't feeling any pain. All I can explain what that feeling felt like was overwhelming love, overwhelming grace, and even out loud I was telling my mom, I feel like I'm in the arms of God. I was just smiling, like so excited, the baby's coming, guys. It was just amazing because the pain just disappeared out of nowhere and nothing could explain that. I felt the baby was ready to be pushed, so when I'm pushing out the baby, it took less than 5 minutes, less than 4 pushes. I did get a 2nd-degree tear, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel pain pushing. I didn't feel pain for the last 4 hours of my 36-hour labor. It was such an experience, so profound, that I knew God was real. There's no way God is not real after I felt that kind of love. I felt that kind of grace. When I'm supposed to be feeling the most severe pain in the world, I was feeling love and grace and overwhelming joy. That's when I knew I have to give my life to God. I found out very late. Found out I was pregnant at 7 months or 30 weeks. To be honest, I didn't know if my baby was gonna be okay. And when the baby came out, the baby was so healthy, so perfect, so beautiful. I still remember that moment. When the baby came out, the baby cried once and then just stayed quiet and stared into my eyes that whole golden hour of the skin to skin of mother and baby. It was just miraculous because even before the last push, I told my Mom, I feel like God is here and I feel like God is hugging me right now. That's literally the very last thing I said out loud before the baby came into the world. And the baby came into the world at 11:27 a.m. 11:27, if you don't know, is the feast day of the miraculous medal. After that, my son started singing Mother Mary, and that's a story I have on my YouTube. You guys can check that out. But that's my labor story, and I just want to talk about it because that was 2 years ago. My life changed for the better, even though there's so much severe hardships that I'm going through and I'm in need of so many prayers right now to get through them. Nothing can change the fact how much God has given me an abundance of blessings, and the greatest blessing that He has given to me was my faith and my child being very perfectly healthy and beautiful and smart and loving and sweet and everything I could ever dream of. I really feel like my son is God's love personified, and I feel so blessed. And this is the story of how God changed my heart, made me feel His love right through this pregnancy, through this journey of being a mother, through all the hardships in my life, through fear of the unknown, and if I'm ever gonna be a good mother, and being so scared of everything in the world, and how God turned it into something so beautiful. I really felt like it's something worth sharing. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys.